Thrones fans, and welcome back to our Iron Price Invitational 2015, already in progress. We are in round 3, game number 2, which you'll see myself, Rob St. John, on the right, playing House Martell, and I'm bannering to the Lion. And on the left is Kyle Varga. He is playing House Baratheon Fealty. And yeah, so far my record is 0-2, not doing too great on the tournament. And Kyle, I believe, was 1-1 there at the beginning of the video. I wasn't really paying attention. So we are gonna fight it out here, third round. We do have a fourth round coming. We still have one more video to come up for the third round, but we will have the fourth round following that. And then after that, we have a cut to top 4. So I just want to start off by saying a huge thank you to John and Alex over at Beyond the Wall for the shout outs for the live stream. We've been live streaming lately, and they've been coming along and cheering us on and promoting it on their podcast. So go check out Beyond the Wall. It's a Game of Thrones podcast. They do cover 2.0. So if you're new to it or you've been around for a while, go listen to those guys. Subscribe to them, listen to them every week. They're also fellow Canadians, so that just makes them awesome. And yeah, go check them out. And we should have some live streams coming up soon. But until then, we're going to have some pre-recorded games here while we eagerly await for our mid-October 2015 release of the core set. Alright, so on my setup here, I got Iron Martell and that little 2-drop weenie with military and an intrigue icon, House Knight. And Kyle started off with 2 fiery followers who stand after dominance begins. And he has an Iron Throne in play, so he automatically gets 8 strength towards his dominance. His starting plot was Calm over Westeros, where he chose Intrigue, claim to be reduced when I'm attacking him. So it'll be reduced by 1, so during Intrigue challenges, if I only have 1 claim, I'm not getting any cards out of his hand. And on the right-hand side there, my plot is Counting Coppers, so I'm drawing 3 cards. So obviously I probably didn't have a great start, as you can see by my setup. And I'm probably digging for economy. I assume I have a handful of characters or whatnot, just expensive cards maybe. And I'm hurting, so I figured I'd draw to get what I need, try to catch up. Normally I play Counting Coppers later in the game, just to refill my hand, but I think in this game I was just digging for a better starting cards. Alright, so Kyle's marshalling first here. So he's got a Chamber of the Painted Table out. I believe he just tried to use Fealty, and it's non-loyal, which I think I just pointed out. Yep, there it goes. Bounces back to his hand.
That's why we call him the rules.
Yep. There's Kyle adjusting rules. He does have the nickname in our play group as the rules interpreter, because in a lot of card games and board games that we play with him, he likes to just you know, interpret the rules how he sees fit. And then sometimes when you you know, you play something by the rules and somehow you're doing it wrong, when he would have just done the same thing on his side, but it benefited him. So we just tease him about it. But yeah, he's a good opponent. Alright, so he spends 2 on the Chamber of the Painted Table, which basically lets him, after he wins dominance, he can kneel that to steal a power off an opponent's house card and pull it onto his. So that paired with the Iron Throne is a really amazing start for the deck he was going for. He's going for like basically a slow trickle deck, but just kneel you out and then get some unopposed power to speed it up a little bit, and yeah, eventually just will crush you with you know, the power gain if you're not quick enough. Alright, so that was his marshal. He got out a dupe Shireen Baratheon, who when she dies she kneels a character. And there's my marshal. Looks like I've been waiting and I got what I wanted to go really fast there. Doesn't look like the greatest. I'm digging for more cards, so I played out a reducer, then I dropped in the reducing character, which I used to reduce Greenblood Trader, I believe is her name, who basically lets me take the top 2 cards in my deck, search them for a card, and I can put both on the bottom of my deck if I'd want in any order, but I usually keep one and then throw one on the bottom. So I'm obviously digging. I'm digging for something to get going here, but my board does not look great. And I'm not sure what I put on Arion there. I think it was a seal of the hand. Or no, was that Kyle? Kyle put that on, sorry. Kyle put that on. Milk of the Poppy, it looks like. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention on that.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to play Confinement.
So play Confinement for my last gold. And I remove the icons of one of the fiery followers.
Go ahead. May change what you want to do. So.
Probably just trying to reduce cards in my hand. But I guess my reserve is 10, so shouldn't be a problem. So we did a military of 2. I claimed a green blood trader for claim. And he got the unopposed on that one. And that was his challenges, it looks like. So my turn on challenges here. I'm coming in with a power of 4 with Arion. And Kyle blocks with Shireen Baratheon for 1. So I steal his power. And now military with the House Dane Knight for 2. That's 1 for unopposed. And he saved Shireen with a dupe. Alright, so surprise, surprise, Kyle takes dominance and then sucks a power off my house. And he comes out on top after that round. Which didn't feel right, but, you know, location sucking power off you will do that. Alright, so round 2, here we go. Next plot phase. So at this point, I know I'm feeling the pressure when Kyle gets those 2 locations out together, Iron Throne and the Chamber, the Painted Table. As I know it's trouble. As no matter how hard I work each round, I know I'm going to lose a power to him winning dominance. On top of the power he gets for dominance. So I know that game has a ticking clock going, so I have to try to win fast. Which is probably why I'm digging for cards. So I drop Noble Cause, lets me reduce the first Lord or Lady I play by 2. And it's a 5/0/1. And on the other side, Kyle has the 3/6/1 Calling the Banners. Which when revealed, he can basically collect gold equal to the amount of characters his opponent has. Which is 3 on my side. So I see he's let me go first. And I'm taking 5 gold. Lots of cards to choose from here, so it may take me a couple seconds here to marshal. So Lord or Lady Reducer. So that's 4, 7 gold total, or 7 costs. And the Red Viper is in play. Duped. And Kyle's reading the Red Viper. Yeah, don't know if it was the best play. I don't like usually playing the Viper early, but I just felt pressure, like I had to rush the game, so figured if I can get the Viper's ability off a couple times, you know, that'll help me crawl back in the game there. Alright, Lannisport Merchant. Gets me 2 gold. No, sorry, +1 gold. Sorry, he's 2 gold. And he has an intrigue icon and 2 strength. He's limited, so you can't play him in an iron, or can't play him in on another limited location in the same round, which a lot of people don't catch. But I nailed my opponents on it quite a bit. So just keep an eye on that when that guy hits the table. He shouldn't come out in the same time somebody plays, you know, a Rose Road. Oh, looks like 6 Stannis duped, so he matches my Viper play there with Stan the Man duped. Battle of the big boys. It looks like we're in challenges now. Looked like it was decided to do a challenge with Viper, but I went back on that. So unopposed, not sure what challenge type it was. Well, it looks like it was military, Shireen's killed, and Neil's the Viper. Bad play on my part doing military first. Not sure why I went that route, but just forgot about Shireen probably, like I usually do. Throw an area on there. Looks like an intrigue. Nope. Changed my mind. Intrigue of 2.
I thought you'd have it for sure.
I'm trying to bait him to kneel both followers. See if what he has in his hand is that important. Yep, there we go. They're both knelt. And power of 4. Unopposed on that one. So I steal power, 1 for unopposed. Oh, looks great. I'm up 4. He's only got 1. Remember, Stannis is out, and only 2 characters per player are going to stand during the standing phase. So not going to be good for me. Really wish Arion didn't have Milk of the Poppy on her, because then I'd play some tricks, bouncing her back to hand and dropping in some guys. And the fiery followers get around Stannis because they stand before standing, so he usually can get more standing than I can. And now we're in standing. So Kyle won dominance and stole power, so now he's at 5 and I'm only at 2. And it looks like he got a power challenge off on me there. And round 3 plots. And don't forget to stay in that location, Rob. It gets to stand. It's just characters who cannot stand, except for 2. When Stan the Man is on the board.
Okay. And I don't have any challenges. You win dominance. Do I have a bird? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dominance actions. Yep. 6, 8, 5. Right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Discard 2.
Some long thinking there on the plot phase. Kyle's already chosen his plot. I do not know what to play, obviously. Back to the hand. Oh, I remember the location. Looking through my hand, seeing what plot to play. Alright, so I come with calling the banners. So I'm going to collect 3 gold. And he played Filthy Accusations, which is going to kneel a character. 4-4-1 on Filthy Accusations. I got a 3-6-1 on my side, so it looks like I'll be deciding who goes first. And Kyle kneels the Viper with his plot. So we're in draw. And Marshall looks like I'm going first. And I'm up to 7 gold, which feels pretty good. Oh, another Viper too. Beautiful. Another reducer. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good looking at that board. except for how much is knelt and that little location combo on the other side. So it looks like I got out a Gaston Grey, which is perfect when I see a duped Stannis on the other side of the board. Makes the opponent think twice about throwing him in a challenge, because I can always just bounce him back to their hand, cannot be saved, so that dupe will be gone. Alright, Tyrion Lannister. Two gold remaining. So another character reduction. And another green blood trader. Search top two, select one, and put the other one on the bottom.
Yeah, had it before.
Alright, so saving one, Kyle's Marshall.
Bodyguard, sorry.
Nope. Sorry. Didn't realize I had a bodyguard in hand, looks like, and I decided to bodyguard up Tyrion with my last gold before Kyle plays anything. And there we go. Plays his reducer. Using fealty. And plays the loyal. I forget the name, but it is basically he gets +2 on his side for power challenges. And as long as he hasn't lost a power challenge, he can kneel at the end of challenges to draw 2 cards. And it is the Red Keep, which is considered to be one of the best draw cards in the game so far. I'm hearing that all around. Looks like that's all Kyle's playing. We're into challenges.
Oh, sorry. Attackers, defenders, then challenge action. No, challenge action. Attacker stealth. Challenge action. Defenders. Action. Result.
So I believe I'm just explaining to Kyle here where the action windows are in challenges. I believe he wants to do an action in challenges. And I'm just explaining that there is an action window at the start of challenges. But they remove the action windows at the beginning of plot, draw, and whatnot in this game for the 2nd edition. But in challenges, you can do a pre-challenge action, which I think he was asking. So I was trying to let him go ahead, but he didn't do it. So he just started asking then between challenges, when can I do an action? So I explained to him, you know, after attackers and stealth, you know, after defenders are cleared, before challenge resolution. So yeah, I think he was just trying to find a way to play his Scene in Flames there, which he just played. And he gets to take my hand and violate it and discard one of the cards in it, which is also a great card because it's R'hllor traded. So if he had Melisandre out, he would also be able to kneel me after playing that card. But he did not. But he felt it was necessary to get rid of a Littlefinger, which would have been nice to get some extra economy and some more draw. Yeah, especially after the, it's coming, well, Wildfire Assault, I'm sure. Considering he only has 3 characters. And, yeah, I have quite a few there on the board. So Kyle's starting off with an Intrigue of 2. So I block it with 4. Looks like I forgot to use Tyrion's. Oh no, Tyrion's Milk of the Poppy. My bad, yeah. Forgot about that. It's not fun. So military claim a House Day Knight. Stannis in with a power of 5 + 2 from the Red Keep is 7. Looks like it's unopposed. So I'm going to lose it. Gaston Grey, send him back to hand. Boom, boom.
Yeah, because
Oh, now he's going to read Gash and Gray. He wasn't sure what happened with the dupe there, but yeah. The dupe will just fall off and go to the discard pile because of the cannot saved ability on Gash and Gray. So the other copy of Stannis goes back to his hand.
You get claim though.
So he did take claim because he did win. And unopposed. I'm not sure if he took an extra power by mistake. I didn't catch that, but yeah.
Okay, so
8 versus 1 in the power totals.
yeah, you get dominance. Take power minus, right?
You can probably tell my voice, I'm not too happy about that. Alright, so 9-0. Chamber of the Painted Tail will go into work. And all my characters stand again. Awesome. So now this game should turn around in my favor.
Okay.
So I'm assuming he'll play Wildfire here. If that's the case, that's good. Because he won't have much gold on Wildfire. I think it's a 4. He's got a fealty and 1 reducer, so he can't exactly play tons after.
Yeah, if you want to do it, sure. I'll let you go back.
Oh, Kyle just reminded me that he forgot his red keep draw.
No? At the end of what phase?
And yeah, I'm just reminding him that it was optional. He should have done it at the end of challenges. It's the 3rd game of the day. I know he's used it before, but I will allow it. So he does draw 2 cards. Because I'm such a nice guy. Alright, so let's see what we do for plots here. Alright, so I throw down a sneak attack, 5-11-2. I'm limited to only doing 1 challenge, or initiating 1 challenge. And Kyle does drop Wildfire Assault as expected, so we will each choose up to 3 characters, and kill the rest cannot be saved. 4-7-1 on Wildfire Assault. So I knew this was coming. Definitely saving the Viper. That sucks. Tyrion and Arianne with Milk of the Poppies on them. And I don't think I was playing any location, or sorry, attachment control during this tournament, which was a huge regret of mine. I just didn't want to waste a plot slot on it, and yeah, I should have snuck in some of those Rattleshirt Raiders.
Bodyguard, so that's probably good saving for Queen. She's doing nothing for me. Oh, but she will get buffed later. Yeah, nice word spirit is good.
Alright. Transport Merchant. A little baiting there, since both characters have Milk of the Poppies on them, and you look at their icons or strength, still better than the Landsport Merchant, but Landsport Merchant has that extra gold that can help me get out a character that doesn't have Milk of the Poppy on it, so that's just why I was debating that one there. And the Bodyguard on Tyrion, just another save, help keep him in the play, I guess. So Doran, there's the reason why I kept Arianne on play, so I had a lady, because Milk of the Poppy does not blank traits. So Doran will buff each Martell Lord and Lady, other Martell Lord and Lady, not himself, by 1 for each plot in my deck. Each plot, sorry, in my use pile. So she's a +3, and the Viper's also +3. So that feels good. And he also has Insight, so he gives me some card draw. Kyle collects his 4 gold, dupes up his Iron Throne. Right, so just making sure his fealty is ready to go there. Choose for 1. Spend all 4. Melisandre is now in play. Oh, it looks like Kyle kicked the camera stand. And we're going to adjust it back. That, or there was an earthquake during the tournament that I don't remember. Sorry about that. Probably should have edited that part out. So he kneels a Red Viper. So Red Viper is doing nothing for me so far all game. Quite sad. Hopefully he'll get his vengeance. So Melisandre has no icons for the phase.
Intrigue.
We're coming in with an intrigue of 4.
Boom. Oh wait, hold on. I need to slow you down. I need to slow you down. Power.
Yeah, I realized it should have been a power challenge. I went with intrigue of 4, but then I changed my mind when I looked over at his power total there. And decided to do a power and make sure it's unopposed instead of trying to kneel out his fiery followers and get 2 cards. So I figured I need to get power instead, even though it'll fuel him also, but does get me the for sure win. And I draw off insight, so oh, and it stops his draw too, actually, on the red keep. That's probably another reason why I realized I only get 1 challenge. So I should have done that to stop his draw. So that's probably a smart play there on that account too.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I wish it did. Holding 4.
That location.
So we're on to Kyle's challenges.
0. Oh, damn.
Yeah, let's feel the pinch.
Let's go for
Military of 2. Unopposed. And use the bodyguard on Tyrion for claim. Intrigue of 2. I'll block that with Tyrion. Stuff it.
Dominance. I got 7. You have a whole bunch.
And surprise, surprise, Kyle wins dominance.
She counts, yeah.
so I just
Alright, so you're doing the take 1 away from me again?
take 1 away.
Great.
I'm just getting the 2 back you took.
Yeah, no.
Takes back the 2 power that I stole from him. By just winning dominance.
So I have 5 cards, 5 reserve.
6, 7.
Which is a good strategy, I believe, because these games with the core set, they're not really fast, I find. It's, you know, you're going to go the rounds, so getting that extra couple power each round will get you close enough to the win. You just got to push a couple challenges through over the game, and it's yours. And hold the opponent down. Pretty good strategy. Pretty good strategy. And we're choosing plots. So I play March to the Wall, and Kyle plays a Feast for Crows.
Really? Wow.
Which, after Kyle wins dominance, he's going to gain 2 power. Seems to be easy enough. And March to the Wall is we each choose and discard a character from play. 4-8-1 on March to the Wall and 6-1-1 on a Feast for Crows. And Tyrion hits the discard pile, shakes off the Milk of the Poppy. Hopefully I can get another copy of him to play and carry on, get his ability back, get that stealth going. That'd be sweet. So Kyle marshals a King's Road, kneels it, discards it, Reduce character by 3, and Fiery Followers comes out. Melisandre kneels with her effect, the Red Viper. Which is the story of the game, it looks like. As long as the Red Viper is knelt, I'm not really getting much off here. Definitely hurting the speed of power gain that I could potentially get to match him. He's keeping it in check, and then he plays his Littlefinger, draws 2 cards. And gets a dupe for Melisandre. So onto my Marshal, I'm going to collect 4 gold. Handful of cards. I'm going to play a Rose Road for my limited. +1 gold. Dupe on Iron Martell. So reduce a reducer to then reduce. House Day Night. Watch out. Looking at the red keep. Not sure why. Probably just debating tearing it in half, but I look like I put it back. That Dragon Shield sleeve must have been too strong. Yeah, it looks like I'm just counting out strength, power. Trying to see if I can hold them off this round. Deciding what icons to put on the table. Looks like I have gold cloaks in hand there, so maybe I hold that off and see if I can trick him on a power challenge maybe and stuff it. But he's got that extra +2 off his red keep. It's just too much. It's tough to push a challenge through to win on power against him. Because he just has to make sure he doesn't lose one and he gets to draw 2 cards. He doesn't even have to be aggressive and win one. He could just sit there and block it, which is sometimes annoying. Alright, Sun Spears hit the table. So Sun Spears after I lose a challenge as a defender. I can kneel Sun Spear to raise the claim on challenges of the same type that I initiate. So if I lose a military, let's say, of 1 claim, I can raise the claim on my next military against him. You know, by 1 and then possibly hit them back with a 2 claim. Which is good. That can help me with a power challenge, I'm sure. Try to steal some more power off him, slow him down. So 2 for a gold cloaks. Block the military of 2 with a 3. Not sure that was the smartest play. Sitting back and watching after the fact, it's kind of like that power icon seemed more valuable. I should just let a dupe on Arion go. But that's probably just trying to block the unopposed. But House Day Knight could have done that for me. House deciding on his next challenge. Probably keeping in mind that he keeps enough standing for dominance. Which doesn't have to be much since the Iron Throne is contributing 8 strength to his dominance every round. Just by being on the table. But he did spend $2 on it, so I'll give him that. I usually put one Iron Throne in my deck now when I can, just because when you see it early, it's a great setup card, you know, just helps you gain some power at the beginning. Helps stop your opponent from running away with it either. So I like the fact that I can just shut off your opponents basically by just matching it 8 for 8. So Cal's coming in with an Intrigue of 6 with a Littlefinger and a Fiery Followers. chump block with House Knight to stop the unopposed power gain. And claim of 1 is a Gaston Grey. Ooh. I like Gaston Grey, but looking across the table, I would have wanted to use it on Melisandre just because, you know, she's duped and she's expensive fairly, but having her come back into play lets her trigger her ability again, so that's not a smart move. Which is probably why I put out Sunspear over Gaston Grey. So that Sunspear can, you know, help me claw some power back, and Gaston Grey wouldn't really do much for me in that board state. Because you don't want Littlefinger coming back into play either, just lets him draw 2 more cards. And a Fiery Followers coming back into play will just let Melisandre trigger her ability, so Gaston Grey is pretty much useless looking at my opponent's board right now. So Intrigue of 4 on my side. Looks like Kyle saved Melisandre, decided not to do the power challenge offensively, so I couldn't push through one and stop his card draw. Probably should have done power with Arion. Oh, I forgot to do Sunspear, looks like, and I'm asking to take it back. Yeah, I'm basically explaining to Kyle that, hey, I let you do that red keep earlier in the game, you know, 3 phases after the fact. So I forgot to do my Sunspear 1 challenge ago, so I'm going to trigger it. And now we're even, according to me. So yeah, I just raised the claim on my Intrigue. So I get to take 2 cards. Alright, power of challenge of 8 due to Dorne's ability buffing Arion. Kyle, looking at the board, has 6 on his side. I know he can't use Ours is the Fury, which lets him throw a Baratheon, who's knelt, into the challenge. Could only tie it, because he can just do a Fiery Followers, and Littlefinger is neutral. So remember to discard my gold cloaks at the end of the challenge that they come in. End of the challenge phase, sorry, after they ambush in. So he gets Dominus Power, claims 2 for Feast for Crows, sorry. Chamber of the Painted Table. This looks like Kyle's at 14 power against my 3. Womp womp. So not that of an exciting game. The boards look good, but just the power total is not reflecting that at all. Looks like I'm a little confused on the red keep, just making sure I know that it's 2 strength and that I have to just win a power challenge. It's a little confusing sometimes. You think you have to stop him from winning, that's all, but no, you have to defeat him in a power challenge. So I think they can be done on defense or offense, doesn't matter, you just gotta try to win one against him. Alright, so I dropped Game of Thrones, means both of us have to win a Intrigue challenge before we can initiate a military or a power. 4-2-1. And Kyle plays Confiscation to get rid of an attachment, which the only attachment in play is Milk of the Papillon Arion. And that's a 4-5-1 plot, so looking pretty good for me. But I think I only have 1 plot left in my deck, so that means this is Doran's ability is about to roll over. So any Viper triggers or, you know, that kind of stuff. Arion's beautiful strength buff is about to reset, so this is the round. And if I have any Doran's games in hand to play during an intrigue challenge, I win by 5 or more and collect X power, where X is the amount of plots in my use pile. Now is the sweet time to hit it, so hopefully Kyle didn't see his third milk of the poppy and we can get something going here. Robert Baratheon has hit the table, who gets +1 strength for each kneeling character in play, which is crazy. And then it lets him also do Intimidate, which is he kneels a character whose strength is equal to or less than the difference in which he wins a challenge he participates in.
Just for this round, though. After that, it's back to, yeah, I still lose dominance, and he gets 2 every round.
Yeah.
But he's +1 for each other kneeler in play. Oh, so if I pass the challenges and wait till next round, then you win next round. Like I was saying, I don't see how it's different.
I do believe Robert has Renown, which is also scary when my opponent is 1 power away from winning. But Game of Thrones can maybe let me survive around here. We will see.
Okay. Challenge away.
I gotta be careful because all my kneeling characters will buff Robert up, and that just helps him win dominance because Robert will be, you know, plus so much strength on top of Iron Throne, so we will see. Not looking good for me, though. Not looking good. My board looks good. I feel those characters, usually I get them out in a game, and, you know, I'm doing good. Especially looking across the table, it's not too bad. But, yeah, once you look at those locations over there, that's where the strength of that deck is. It's definitely in the locations. And the kneel in Melisandre in the middle there. Boy.
Okay, cool. Who has more power? 3, 4, 5,
You have to do intrigue
7.
first.
And I have 6, 9.
Yeah, you have to
Your
win.
choice gets to go first.
So we're gonna have to kill each other.
You only need one
A
of
fair
those.
bit, yeah. I think so.
So Kyle attempted to do a military there, and then I reminded him of Game of Thrones, where he needs to win an intrigue first, and he abruptly passed. I don't know why he would try. I would just sit there and win dominance, to be honest, but you can get 1 from dominance and then pull 1 off my house, so the most I can pull from him is only 1 power in a power challenge, so now it looks like I'm counting out strength totals with Doran here, which sometimes can get confusing, trying to remember how many plots are in my use pile and which lord or ladies get the buff. And it's a good problem to have, though.
You'll go first. Alright,
So I have to put an intrigue through if I'm going to do anything. And he does have lots of intrigue icons across the table there. He's got Littlefinger with 4, strength and intrigue, Melisandre and 2 fiery followers, so I'm counting 12 intrigue across the board there. But Arion is +5, Viper's +5, Doran's a 4, and I got a House Day Knight for 2. So I should be able to push it through. It's just who do I want to push it through with? I'm not sure what I have in my hand for Arion shenanigans. But yeah, I just not sure here. Looks like I'm, you know, having a little trouble with the math, and then I look over at Robert and then just realize anybody I kneel is just giving him an extra +1. Count it all out here. Sorry, this is probably not the most entertaining video here, but this is how real games happen here. For those new players who haven't played the game yet. Sometimes the boards get big and battle math gets hard.
Yeah, but it matters, because if I can do a challenge and still be doing it, then it
looking forward to playing in tournaments that are not in my living room. Cannot wait for that core set to drop in mid-October and get some metas going at the local stores around here. I will be continuing to demo the game at local LCG nights at some stores around here, trying to give people a taste. Backed off from doing it for a bit when I found out the core set got delayed there. This sucks to try to build up the hype and then tell people they can't play the game for, you know, a month or two. So I'll definitely ramp that back up and try to get some people back into this game who left 1.0 a while back years ago, and then try to suck in some new players, or you know, get some miniatures and Magic players looking at the game and some players of other LCGs. Show them this awesome game, which is Game of Thrones, my favorite card game.
Yeah, I played all three, right? Yeah, you're right. We're pretty even across the board. And now you have 20 seconds.
Oh, there she is. So double intrigue pretty much.
Yep, I don't see any way to continue this round. Not sure why it took so long here and didn't just shake his hand. Yeah. If you guys can see something here I'm not seeing where I could have pulled it back and made it last another round, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, I just heard the timer go off there, so the 50-minute round timer we set just ended, so we have to finish the round. So maybe I can get this, you know, a modified loss here. But we will see what happens. Intrigue of 4 with Doran. Trying to bait him kneeling, you know, some more characters.
Kneel a whole bunch of dudes out. Give them plus 1 each. So that's better than them kneeling all. That should take him down a lot.
Intrigue of 8.
Unopposed.
What? Okay.
So I win an intrigue unopposed. Get unopposed power.
Hold on. After I win.
Oh, after I win Tears of Bliss.
Poison his
Oh, money. Didn't realize that was in my hand. So Robert will die, which, you know, can help with the dominance. He'll die at the end of challenges as long as that poison token's still on him. Did I remember to draw for insight? I didn't catch that. Oh, looks like I pass. No more challenges. Kill Robert. I should win dominance. I think if I have enough strength from Dorn's ability. Oh yeah, I have 3 gold. So 6. 28 on my side. Kyle has 21 on his side if I counted correctly. So I win dominance for the first time in the game. Holy bananas. I just needed Doran's ability and all my lords and ladies on the board to do it. And kill Robert with Tears of Bliss. This looks like I did an action to bounce Arion back to my hand to put in a Lannisport Merchant. Probably thinking, probably my last plot is Wildfire. So I'm trying to keep Arion out of harm's way. Oh, I remember the insight. Obviously, quite late. Oh, and we realized time went off. And that's it. So I just shake it. Modified win for Kyle. Modified loss for me. So Kyle's 2-1. I'm 0-3. Not doing great. So it wasn't my best day, obviously. We'll see if I can turn it around in the 4th round. But yeah, stay tuned. Watch your videos coming up on the channel. More coverage of the Iron Price Invitational. Thanks for watching.